Hello, welcome. This is the Resilient Rooster. I'm back with another Yu-Gi-Oh video, and today I'm gonna be showcasing Metalfoes. So with the release of Electrum, Pendulum's deck got a little bit better, or they got a lot better. Sorry. And since this card has the word Metalfoes in the name, why not just showcase a deck with it? So this is basically my deck right now. I have the Scout to make the Infinity. Since you can just search the monolith overlays to Nova, Nova into Infinity. We run the Rescue Rabbit because it's a one card Electrum, and that's very good. And basically we just run the Astrograph. That way we can search more cards with Wavering Eyes. And this is basically it. So let's get right into the replays. Alright, so in this first replay, I'm going to be showing some of the combos that you can pull off with this deck. I got the Rescue Rabbit, which is the one card Electrum. And with the Electrum, you can basically send any card, and if you don't have Astrograph, you probably want to send Bismuth Gear. That way you can search cards later. And you also want to get rid of your Volflame. That way, when you Pendulum Summon, you can overlay to make the Odd Eyes Absolute Dragon, which we'll see shortly. So I'll pull off the Scout combo, and basically right now I'm Pendulum Summoning, and I'm overlaying. I want to use all my slots. That way, when I make Decode Talker, I can have 2 extra zones for free. And at this point, you have 2 negates and you can get another search. So this board is pretty good. My opponent tried to attempt to make plays, but at this time they couldn't really pull off anything, and I got the W. In this next replay, I'm playing against Trickstars, and I'm gonna pull off the same combo but with different cards. There's a lot of variations what you could do with this deck, and you gotta see like the patterns. And right now, I got the pattern of if I have a Scout, if I have Astrograph and Bunny, you basically can just make the board with 2 negates. So at this point, I just summon my Electrum and basically just go off. I got the 2 link zones or link markers, so I make my field again. And this field is not that bad. It gives you 2 negates, and 2 negates is a lot, especially in a slow format. Or if it is a slow format, I'm not sure. So right now, my opponent tried to activate Terraforming. I didn't want to negate that, just in case they have another one. The Light Stage is such a powerful card since it can stop you from activating cards. But at this point, they basically can't get any search since I can block the searches. They have a Reincarnation set, so I basically have to save one of my Vortex or my Infinity for it. And they're gonna keep burning me until every time I add a card. They tried to reincarnate, but I was able to negate it, so that's good. I was able to draw out the Astrograph with just the Metalfoes Fusion. Metalfoes Fusion is such a good card since it lets you, draw a card, you can fuse with it. There's so much that you can do. This doesn't let you go minus. So at this point, I got the Metalfoes Fusion, full Metalfoes Fusion, just in case I can't really win. I can fusion summon during the battle phase, but you can't summon the turn that you set it. So that's the problem with quick play spell. But right now, I got enough for game, so that's pretty good. They activate Reincarnate, but Nova, or not Nova, but Infinity can just negate it. In this next duel, I'm dueling against Infernoids, and I don't open up the Bunny, so this is gonna be a hand without the Bunny. It's gonna be kind of slower, but it's doable. So as long as you have Astrograph, Astrograph is basically half of the requirement to make an Electrum by just normal summoning. So I made it to where I made Electrum and then Pendulum Summon 2. And this is a part where you want to get full Metalfoes Fusion set. That way you can play on your opponent's turn, because you want to have at least some sort of disruption. So I made the Decode Talker, I get the Vortex Dragon, and I have full Metalfoes Fusion with my cards in hand. That way I can fuse from the hand. My opponent tries to bait my Vortex Dragon, but I was able just to use my full Metalfoes Fusion. That way I can block the attack. They try to tribute itself, so I can't steal it. They activate a Void of Imagination, but I negate it, and that's basically game. In this next duel, I had a mediocre hand. I did have the Astrograph, which helps make Electrum half of it at least. I was able to destroy my scale. That way I can summon Astrograph and just summon Electrum without Pendulum summoning. I was hoping to get lucky with Electrum by drawing the cards, why drawing the scales. But I ended up drawing Volflame and the Summoner Art. But Summoner Art basically just searched my own Volflame, so I didn't really gain anything from that. I did have a Judgment though, so Judgment was good to disrupt the Raigeki. Otherwise, I probably would have lost. They normal summoned the Manju, but I ashed it. If they summon the Blue Eyes Chaos, I don't think I have an out. Actually, my only out is probably Ignister. So it's kind of, you know, iffy. I don't want to try to rely on it, but at this point, I basically just Pendulum Summon and just go for a game. That's the beauty of Pendulum Summoning, since you can just get more than one monster at a time. I attacked and go for a game. Alrighty, so in this last replay, I'm playing against Trickstars again, and I did open up the Rescue Rabbit, but this time I got Ash. And I think this Ash is sort of put me on tilt. I made a lot of bad plays in this game. I probably should have Pendulum Summoned, like right here. I should have Pendulum Summoned first before I destroy my other card. And I should have searched my Quick Play Fusion card, that way I could play on my opponent's turn. But right now, I was just, you know, banking my thing on luck to draw the cards I need. But that's why you don't want to rely on luck, because sometimes you just don't draw the card that you need. I did get up the full Metalfoes Fusion, but I didn't have any Metalfoes in my hand to Fusion Summon. So this time my opponent just, you know, goes off. Because at least if they life stage my Full Metal's Fusion, I could just chain it and I can basically steal their Eaters a Million or Candina. They probably would have played it differently, but at least I would have some type of disruption. Right now, like the Trickstar, they have basically everything going for them. I can't use like basically any of my cards. I go for the Rescue Rabbit, but it gets strike. They always have, you know, the answers. And at this point, I try to attack one of the Licorice, but they have the Eater of a Million, which could just knock me out. So now again, their Life Stage. Life Stage is such a good card in a way that, you know, they can't respond to your card activation. So unless they can chain, but right now full or Metalfoes counters can't really chain unless a card is destroyed, which Life Stage doesn't really destroy. It sends, I believe. Yes. So at the moment, they basically have Reincarnation and they just game me on the spot. But that's it for like the replays. Hope you enjoyed them. If you enjoyed this video, please click the like button. If you want to follow me for more Yu-Gi-Oh content, please click the subscribe button. Thank you for watching and have a great day.